Just a few months ago, this was nothing more than open ground at Eleko Junction. There were no bridge spans, no elevated roadway, no massive concrete structures crossing the junction. Today, giant bridge sections are already stretching across one of the most important intersections along the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. And what you are looking at is not just another flyover. This structure will eventually connect Section 1 and Section 2 of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, while allowing traffic to continue flowing through Eleko Junction below. But perhaps the most impressive part is how quickly this transformation has happened. So in today's update, we are going to compare where this project started, where it is today, and what still remains before this flyover becomes operational. As mentioned in my previous video, paving works on Section 1 are now approaching completion. As a result, attention is gradually shifting towards the elevated structures that will define the next phase of construction. We've already covered two of these structures in my previous video, which was at Marua. Today, we are heading to the very end of Section 1 here in Eleko to examine the progress of another critical component of the project, the Eleko Flyover. And this structure could become one of the most important traffic management features along the entire corridor.
Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Belao. I am still on the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, and presently I am at the end of Section 1 of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, which is right here at Eleko. I'm actually here to show you an update about the ongoing construction of the flyover right here at Eleko. For those who might just be coming across this Eleko video for the first time, the bridge being constructed here is actually going to be linking Section 1 of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway to the Section 2 of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. So guys, I'll be showing you the current state of works that is presently ongoing right here at the Eleko Flyover from Victoria Island right to Eleko. With the elevated structures ongoing, this seems to be the more advanced of the elevated structure because it's actually connecting two sections on the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. So guys, come along with me and let me show you what is presently ongoing right here with the ongoing construction of the flyover right here at Eleko in Lekki.
Before we examine the construction progress, let's first understand exactly where this flyover sits within the larger projects. We are currently at Eleko Junction. This location marks the transition between Section 1 and Section 2 of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. It is also one of the most strategic transportation nodes within the Lekki corridor. On one side, we have the road leading to Lekki-Ekpe Expressway. On another side, we have the Deep Sea Port Access Road. And now, the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway is being integrated into this transportation network. Without proper traffic management infrastructure, this junction could eventually become a major bottleneck. That is exactly why this flyover is being built. Its purpose is to allow through traffic on the coastal highway to continue moving freely above the junction while local traffic below remains uninterrupted. One of the advantages of documenting this project consistently is being able to compare the current reality with what existed before construction began. Let's take a quick flashback at how this corridor was before the construction and when construction started. Just months ago, there was no visible indication that a major flyover would eventually rise here. What existed was simply an ordinary junction serving local traffic. Then came site clearing, earthworks, surveying activities, and eventually the start of foundation construction. At the time, it was difficult to visualize the final structure because most of the work was happening below ground. Today, however, the picture is becoming much clearer. The biggest difference between then and now is that the project has moved from foundation construction to superstructure construction, and that's a major milestone. When viewers see foundations and columns, it can be difficult to appreciate the scale of a future flyover. But once bridge spans begin to appear, the entire structure starts to make sense. Looking at the site today, we can clearly see the alignment of the future roadway taking shape above the junction. The transformation has been remarkable. One of the most significant developments visible on site today is the installation of multiple bridge spans. The massive concrete beams that will eventually support the roadway have already been launched across several sections. Think of these beams as the backbone of the flyover. They are what ultimately carry the weight of thousands of vehicles that will use this structure every day. The installation of these beams is often one of the most important milestones in bridge construction because it signals that the project is moving into its final structural phases. For those who might want to ask or wondering about the large number of exposed steel beams visible on top of the bridge beams, this is completely normal. The steel will eventually become embedded within the concrete deck that forms the driving surface of the bridge. In simple terms, these steel bars help tie everything together into one solid structure. Once the next layer of concrete is poured, most of what you are seeing today will no longer be visible. In areas where beams are not yet installed, another major achievement is already visible. Most of the supporting columns have been completed. These columns carry the enormous weight of the flyover and transfer that load into the foundations below. Across several sections of the site, workers continue installing formwork, carrying out concrete works, and preparing additional spans for future beam installation. This means construction is progressing simultaneously across multiple sections. The flyover itself is only one part of the project. Vehicles still need a smooth transition from ground level onto the elevated structure. That is why significant work is also ongoing along the approach ramps. The ground has already been graded and prepared. These areas will eventually become the sections where motorists gradually climb onto the flyover before continuing their journey towards the Section 1 or Section 2.
This project actually started around September 2025 and this year 2026, and we can see the level of work achieved so far on this project. Hopefully before the end of this year, I'm not so sure yet because no time frame has been given, but hopefully before the end of this year, this project should be completed or almost at the completion stage.
Looking back at where this project started, the progress achieved so far is easy to appreciate. What was once an empty site has evolved into a major transportation structure that is now visibly taking shape above Eleko Junction. With multiple spans already installed, support structures largely completed, and approach works advancing steadily, the Eleko Flyover is gradually moving closer to completion. In future updates, we will continue tracking the installation of additional bridge spans, deck constructions, approach paving, and final finishing works.
We want to support this channel to bring you latest infrastructure updates, to take you around different places where different infrastructure development is actually happening within Lagos and within Nigeria. Check the details of how to support in the description. Grateful for whichever way you wish to support this channel. So guys, that's it all from here at the Eleko section of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, the bridge, the flyover connecting section 1 and section 2 together. Make sure you like, share and subscribe to my channel, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Take care guys.
If you enjoyed this update, kindly like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what aspect of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway you would like us to cover next. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next update, which is still likely continuation of the elevated structures.